Good morning, friends. Another beautiful day back on rope. Here we go. So in the next month, the National Cave Rescue Commission is doing their big week-long seminar, and there's some skills that are associated with doing that. And when I was at my spar class last month, it was almost shocking to find out how many people couldn't find rope training in their areas around the country, and they came to spar for that training. So some of the people just started working on their entry-level skills and things like that. So what I'm going to do over the next few weeks is kind of work my way through the NCRC books and show some of the techniques and things like that. So we're going to start out with the most basic of techniques to start. Check it out. We're going to start with the most basic of maneuvers, that is ascending the rope. There's many different ways to do this. This is a way, not the way. To do a sit-stand method, there's two different types that I'm going to show you today. The first one is going to be the frog method. It uses two rope grabs. Rope grabs can have teeth, or they can just have slots that grip the rope. There are many different rope grabs. This one is mine. Hand ascender goes on. My crawl or chest ascender goes on second. Close the gates. Sit down slowly. When you sit down, you're then going to have a foot loop attached to your upper hand ascender that is on a cow's tail attached to your harness. That's your first point of connection. This chest ascender or crawl is your second point of connection. Put my foot loop in either foot, it's preference. I'm going to suck down on my harness here so that this chest ascender will feed appropriately and easily. I'm going to get my foot underneath my butt here, and then I'm going to stand up. When I stand up, the rope progresses through the chest ascender. I then sit down, hence the stand sit. I then release my foot loop by picking my right foot up and pushing my hand ascender up. This is why it looks like a frog sometimes. I get my feet under my butt. I reach up past my hand ascender and I step up. What goes up must come down. So for the frog system, you need to be able to down climb the rope. To do that, I first disengage the cam slightly on the hand ascender and pull it down to where I feel comfortable. This takes practice. Now I need to move the chest ascender down, or the crawl. To disengage this device slightly, you're going to take your finger and push down on the cam. Before you do that, you need to stand a little bit to disengage the teeth. I stand a little bit, I disengage the teeth, I push down from the top, and I sit down. Once I sit down in an appropriate way, I then reach up, slightly disengage the cam on my hand ascender, and move that down. You just repeat that over and over. That first method is traditionally called the frog sit-stand method. This is the Texas sit-stand method. I'm going to use two hand ascenders attached with cow's tails to my harness, or lanyards attached to my harness. And this is how I'm going to go up the rope. Put my hand ascender with my foot loop below my right hand ascender with no foot loop. I push up nice and tight on my right hand ascender and I sit down slowly. My left hand ascender with the foot loop, putting in my foot, either one again, it's preference. Sit down. I'm going to progress my left hand ascender up. When I stand, I then push my right hand ascender up and sit back down. Once this lanyard's now holding me, I now can progress my other hand ascender. This is a little more physically taxing because your chest isn't directly connected to the main line. What goes up must come down. So I'll show you the down climbing with the Texas system first. To do this, I stand up in my foot loop, I reach up, I disengage the cam slightly on my right hand ascender, and I sit back down. I then reach up, slightly disengage the cam with my left hand ascender and move that down, and you repeat that till you get to the ground. When I'm talking about slightly disengaging the cam, that means I'm reaching up into this area right here. I pull just a little bit to the left. That releases the cam and allows it to move up and down the rope. The safety catch is still engaged at all times so that this stays as a point of attachment. One last little tip. Sometimes the rope doesn't feed great until you have more rope weight. So when people stand up, this device will flop over and leave a belly. Sometimes you just need to reach down and feed it manually with your hand. The other option is you can lay this rope across your foot, step on it with your other foot, and as you stand, it will hold the rope for you and allow you to progress. All right, and now the last step to all this is practice, practice, practice. You just have to figure out what works best for you. Have fun. Here comes the end of the rope. First 660, all wrapped up. All right. Whew. Hope you enjoyed that. I'll keep making those videos along the way. In the meantime, let's keep working out. I got 2 more 660s to knock out. Y'all do some push-ups, sit-ups. Go enjoy the day. I'll see y'all soon. Woo woo! All right, 2 more. Whew.